What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. And before we get into the video, the reason why I'm doing this here is because the camera zoomed in on my face right at the start of the video. I don't know why I did that. It does it when I do this, right? That's what the camera does. But I didn't do that, and it still zoomed in on my face. So all you see almost from me the whole video is this. And unfortunately, that's just how it is. There's so much value packed in this video that I will upload it anyways. Kind of unfortunate, really, but it is what it is. And we did take some nice W's, some nice L's in this video. I think there's a lot of lessons for every bit of everybody in there. So enjoy, and hopefully you like looking at my cap. Have a good one. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into today's weekly backtesting and Q&A session. And today, brothers, we are currently at FXReplay. We are on the 30th of September in 2022. Hi, guys. How you doing? 2022, and we're gonna get this thing going here. This was actually a Friday, I just kind of noticed, so we're gonna move on to the Monday, and then from there we'll do a few trades, we'll answer a few questions, and if you guys have any questions or whatnot, I will be more than happy to answer. So I just skipped the Monday by mistake while talking to you guys. We're gonna move over to the Tuesday. Let me put a line really quick so I know exactly where the Tuesday is. Tuesday is Wednesday, and Tuesday is around here. I'm actually close to it, huh? It's actually 8. I'm actually right there. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna go one more, and then we're gonna go on the 15 minute, and this is 9. Yeah. So we're gonna go one more. All right. We're actually gonna go 9:25 because this is when I start trading personally. So there we go. We're at 9:25 right now on the daily. What are we looking like? We're quite bearish. No real reason to be looking for longs, in my opinion, at this point in time. We're also up on the day, which is fine. Somewhat of a market structure shift here on the 4 hour, but I don't really care for it too much. We might be looking to go take out this high, but again, I'm not too worried about it. Here, let me. Oh, we're actually right at equilibrium of this, probably OTE of this. We did close above, so we're gonna play a little bit patient. We are gonna mark out this high just to make sure, but we're looking for shorts. All right. So we're gonna drop down to the hourly here. What's going on the hourly? So we did actually rally quite a bit. We didn't quite take this. I'd be interested in seeing this taken out. Maybe this won't be taken out. But me, I would like to maybe see this taken out, and then we can start looking back down. But we are quite bullish on the hourly, but this does kind of look like a massive accumulation, manipulation, distribution up to this high. If we do get a slight pullback, maybe into London, I might be interested in longs actually. But again, it's going to be very, very tight. And very quickly secured. We'll just say, what triggers your confirmation to enter a trade during your backtest? Basically, I need 3 things, whether that's backtest or normal, right? I need my bias to align with the higher time frame draw, which right now might be this, and we'll see if we do it. And if we get some kind of breakdown, and we'll align ourselves with the lower time frame and go along with the daily and weekly trend. I need some liquidity taken, some form of liquidity, right? Whether that's internal or external. And then I need some form of displacement and a confirmation candle on the lower time frame to kind of get me to enter into the trade, telling me that this is where we want to go now. So you'll see as I kind of go along with it. But if the displacement isn't clean, I don't want to enter even if the level's perfect, right? I'm not really interested in the noise, really. So with that being said, we're gonna drop down to the 5 minute here. Just to kind of get a good sense of what's going on. We're currently in a 5 minute bearish gap. We have a nice accumulation, manipulation down. I'd be interested to see if we do inverse this gap. Maybe that's what we can base off our trade here to kind of go like this. We do have a nice low that got put in here, a little 1 to 1.3, which isn't the best RR, but it's not the worst either. So we'll kind of see what's going on here. Again, it's 9:25, so we'll kind of just get this thing going and go minute by minute until market open, because I will not be entering a trade before market open. So we're currently 1 second over from market open. We're gonna press it, and this is what the candle looks like. So this could either be a sweep or just kind of like a nice reaction from this level, and then still it goes. This 5 minute did not close. We're gonna drop down to the 1 minute here, kind of see what's going on. This was the market open candle. We did create a nice 1 minute gap here that could be revisited, and then this way we get a better entry. We also have a bunch of lows here that could be taken out, so we're gonna play it a little patient. We're gonna let this thing go for another minute. We do get a higher close higher, so that's interesting. again, the draw is kind of obvious to me right now. I'd be interested in seeing maybe if we could get this entry here. If we do, the stop might have to go here, get it to 1 to 2, and then if we do get stopped out, we can always re-enter down here or then go for target for shorts. I have a full risk for the day, and whether that's, let's say, $200, and then when I enter a trade, I always half it. So my maximum risk for the day is 200, so I'll risk 100, and then if I lose, I can risk another 100. And usually I don't end up doing that. Sometimes if I'm really confident in the setup, I'll risk the whole 200, but then I'm not allowed a second trade, right? So we'll see what's going on here. Do we get tapped in or not? Ugh, candle just ends up flying straight up. That's fine. We're gonna play patient. It's probably gonna take our draw, and then we can start looking for wait a second here. Did I place my line wrong, or uh I didn't, but it could definitely reverse there. So we're gonna actually not take longs, and we're gonna wait. We do get a nice reaction here from this low. We did sweep this low. Now, how would this trade look in terms of our 1 to 1.4, 14 points, 10 points? We know our draws here. It's kind of clear. This is a very lower time frame trend. We did definitely inverse this 5-minute now very clearly. We do have a lot of room to the downside where we can go, but I don't expect us to kind of get there considering the reaction we just had here right at this level. I'd be willing to say that, can I put my risk? I can. So let's say we'll risk 250, right? And then, oh, I actually can't do that, huh? All right, so we'll go for 2 contracts here, and then we'll see how much that ends up risking. That is $20. That's not, we'll close it. Hold on. We're gonna figure out our amount. That was 20, so we'll go 25 cons here. Buy, and then RSL should be around 250, and TP is 380. Realistically though, I'm gonna keep this higher because if we do get here, I don't want to take the whole trade out. I'm probably gonna go halfy out. We could also get stopped. Okay. So insta TP. We'll close 75% of the position here, stop break even, obviously, for obvious reasons. And then our next TP will have to be at this high here that I was talking about in the 4-hour. Just to kind of squeeze some more profit out, because you always want to squeeze as much as possible if price ends up stopping me out. So let's say my stop was still below. Once we make this low, if price ends up breaking the high again, then you can move your stop here, right? So price broke the high. Let's say I was in a long, my stop would now be at this low here, and then you can start writing this thing out, and then we'll see if we would have gone to target. Yeah, we would have for sure, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, easily. All right. Anyways, that's still a W in my book, and we're gonna get it going for the next day. Let me just skip ahead here. It's 10:02. It's 3. It's 10. It's 4, and now it's 8. All right. So we're gonna go 8, 9, 9:15, 20, 25. There we go. Do we have any news on that specific day? We have no data. Please use tag me. No countries. United States. All right. Wednesday, PMI at 10. Whatever. That's fine. All right. So it's 9:25. Same thing here. When do you trust an engulfing candle as confirmation? So to enter a trade, whether I use an engulfing candle or an inverse for value gap, it needs to be after a liquidity sweep, right? Not in the middle of chop. It kind of has to break structure a little bit or close to an FPG or something like that. And it definitely has to englobe the other candle, but there has to be kind of like some kind of volume or momentum expanding on top of it. And also, kind of an engulf on its own is noise. Usually, you want to kind of use your engulfing with some narrative, right, to get the right entry that you want. Hopefully that answers that question. Yeah. So, all right, let's get this going. So on the daily now, we did get a nice close from the yesterday candle, right? It's looking like we're heading back down, but that could be short-lived. Are we at close to EQ? Not at all. So we could either aim for equilibrium of this range around here, is what I would assume. So we're gonna mark this thing out. And we're also going to take this and this out because I don't care for it. And so either we're gonna aim for here, or if we do end up getting some kind of reaction, we could always aim back and go for the highs. Now that we close above this high with so much momentum, we could always kind of target this high too. So on the hourly here, what are we looking like? New York opened lower. We did sweep out this yesterday's low from NY session. We're looking like we're just kind of dropping here, but again, that could be short-lived. We'll go on the 15-minute and kind of see what's going on. A little accumulation, manipulation down. We could kind of see the same thing here and distribute higher. There's nice draws here and here that we could potentially go take. So we'll take London high, for example, and also this intermediate high here. We are on NQ, by the way, guys. We are on NQ. So we're going to drop down to the 1 minute here. We have a lot of 1 minute for value gaps here. The one I'm really interested in is this one here. The one all the way up to see, because we can inverse this one and this one and this one and this one if we want, but this one is the one that I really want to see if it holds. If this one breaks, we could be looking at a long opportunity. I'm gonna bring this chart to 929, then I'll answer a question really quickly that you guys have because I keep seeing it. How do you know when to take partials versus full target? So this is a good question. It depends on your stop placement size. It depends on the day type, right? On trend days, you can hold easier. On choppy days, you have to secure faster, maybe take internal to internal. What I usually like to do is, let's say I take a trade, I secure some at the internal, and then I leave a runner to the external. It also depends on if you're on a funded account, an eval, or a live account. All those risks together is kind of different, right? Larger risk usually means securing TP sooner. If I was on a live account, usually I like to trail to extend as much as possible. On a funded, I like to secure profits so I can take payouts as fast as possible too. Usually because they also have consistency rules and all stuff like that. So it's like it's just easier to have a fixed TP and a fixed stop loss and just take it there every single time. Hopefully that answers your question. And now we're gonna watch the charts. It's 9:30. We're gonna see if we get a nice candle up, big displacement. Still didn't quite inverse this part here, but could we take a trade off this candle closure? Maybe like a little retrace to this high, maybe, and TP at this candle or go BE once we reach here? Sure. Is that something I want to do? No. Let's play one more. So we would have gone tapped in here. Now, we could also use this fair value gap, right? We'll kind of see what's going on here. So we end up blasting right through this thing, which all right. So we're now Thursday, October 6th, 2022. What helped you go from break even to profitable? I stopped trading every single day, basically, and I planned my exits before I even entered the trade instead of improvising. Right? I didn't change my strategy. I just changed my discipline. That's basically what it was. Now on the daily, what do we got? What do we got? Big wick down here. Ended up closing higher. I'm bullish on this. To be completely honest, I'm super bullish on this. We did get a nice retrace right here, right into the equilibrium. This looks nice and clean. Tap into this for value gap here. Nice CRT. I'm sending this shit all the way to the high, honestly. And I'd be willing to enter right now. Honestly, I'd be willing to send this right now. Stop at the London low. TP at Asia high. Realistic TP at London high. Just like this. I'm literally entering this shit right now. I don't even care. I don't even care. This is a good trade right here. Watch this. Oh my god. Oh, that's a goated, bro. That's goated backtesting. I was on the 15-minute set. I didn't realize. I thought I was in the 1 minute still. Or I knew I was on the 15-minute, but I thought it would go minute by minute. That's my bad. Anyways, TP hit. Let me go over this thing and why I was so confident on this, okay? So on the 4-hour, we had a nice wick down. On the daily, the candle before wicked almost the whole day, right? And then it ended up closing higher than the day before, which is super bullish, right? When you look at the 4-hour, what does this look like? Equilibrium tap on the 4-hour right here, and then boom, move higher, break the high, equilibrium tap again right here. And on the hourly, you can kind of tell that this thing slows down here, ends up going back bullish right here, right? So when the next candle opens, you can kind of expect this big candle here, right? How do you avoid hindsight bias when backtesting, and how do we know that you did not know what was going to happen? Well, I do. It's like trading live, right? So I mark my buys before replaying price. I only scroll forward candle by candle. I tell you guys what I think as it goes on, and I also put the date where we were gonna go on FXReplay. If you guys have FXReplay, so it brings you there. You didn't see what was there before, right? So you kind of just go day by day, and I always pick different days, different years, and whatever. I don't know. in advance. It was just, this was obvious to me that this is where we're gonna go. And I put my TP here because that's the candle that I wanted to see. We might go take Asia high. We didn't. Let's just see if we did. We actually didn't. I'm goated. Holy shit, we actually didn't. Now, let me tell you guys why I did not put my TP at the Asia high, but instead I put at this London high here. Okay. On the daily, right? Or just on the hourly, right? We have this hourly return here, this hourly change in the state, right? Well, it isn't exactly change the state, but we have this hourly kind of doji, but that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this bearish leg doji, bullish leg start. Now the bearish leg isn't here, right? The bearish leg, this right here, is this bearish leg, right? Where's my arrow? Right here. So this is this bearish leg here. Then we have a bullish leg, and we have a bearish leg. So this bullish leg is here to take out this bearish leg. And where does this bearish leg start? Realistically, it starts at this high here, which it did take out. But I like to put my TPs at candle closes, so it would be here, right? Does that make sense? Anyways, let's move on. Good trade. Very good trade here. We're gonna move a little further here. Why do we have such a big gap? Thursday to Thursday? Is it Thursday close gap? All right. So we're about to get into Friday. Let's get right into Friday. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is 9. That was NFP. Yeah. All right. So this is NFP day. This is literally how it's about to go down tomorrow. See here. Let me reach out a little bit. What helps you? I've seen that. How do you know when you're ready to start trading real money? You need a lot of backtesting stats, a lot of months on demo with real results and real rules set that you can actually follow. You can actually explain why you enter and exit a trade before you click on the button. If you can't journal a trade, I don't think you're ready to risk real money either. There's a lot of things that can kind of tell me, but yeah, those are like the big things. You need to kind of show a little bit of consistency. Okay. So this is 9 o'clock. This is the 15 minute. This is unbelievable. Here, we're gonna go to 9:25. Boop, boop. All right. Now that we're at 9:25, right? Which platform do you recommend right now? I use MFF, right? I like reasonable rules, real data, and yeah, I just like MFF right now. All right. So it's 9:25. Same thing. We're gonna go back to the daily. We're kind of just gonna get a good look at this. We had a big gap here. I'm interested in seeing this gap getting filled, to be honest. This gap right here. Also, we did kind of sweep this low that we stole here. We're probably back at daily equilibrium. On the 4-hour, we swept this low. I'd be interested in seeing this candle go back higher in the next 35-minute here and not close lower. On the hourly, we did get a big NFP hourly move down. NFP is kind of known as distribution, not manipulation, though, which is a little bit scary when you think about it. But it's all good. We do have a nice 15-minute CRT kind of going on here. It's not really a CRT because this thing should have closed higher. We have a massive 15-minute bearish gap here, too. But I'd be interested in seeing price return to this gap here. So that being said, we're going to move right on over to 9:29. And we're going to let market open do its thing. And we're going to see what's going on. And yeah, ideally, sweep down. Ends up sweeping this. Doesn't quite go to the low. If this next candle is bullish, I'm entering buys. All right. If we inverse this gap, I'm entering buys. All right. Oh, there's a nice engulfing candle right there. How does this look for a trade? Equal lows, I'm not a big fan of. But I do like this trade. Now, because the RR is so good, I would be willing to give this a little bit of room in case it does want to come sweep this low one more time. Right? Make this like a 1 to 3 maybe. 1 to 2.7 is fine. So, we're going to be entering this trade just like we have been this whole video. Put the stop. The trades are getting bigger and bigger. It's actually crazy. Again, the risk is not right. Now we're going to let this thing play out, and hopefully we don't get stopped out. And then once we break this high, I'm probably going to go break even or something. If we do end up breaking this high, we're chopping. That hurt. Let's see if we can get some form of move back up here. So movement up here at 10 a.m. I do like the little displacement we're getting, but this could just be a bearish retrace. Do we have any bearish targets? Not really to the left, but we are quite bearish here. I do like this little engulfing that we just got. Also closing that gap, entering on this candle close, TP here, and then you can kind of target anything you want. I'll target London high or New York high, enter my positions like this, and then we'll secure this at 1R just like so, and let's see what we get. There we go, 1R secured. Now we have our runners. For the runner, I don't think I'm quite willing to go BE just yet. It might be a mistake. I will go BE. Actually, I don't want to really waste this trade. But it is unfortunate if it does stuff us out. I do like this move up. And then if we can actually break this high one more time, I can move my stop even more in profit. That's what we want to see. Oh, amazing. All right. Stop is moved in profit now right below this low. We'll wait and see if we can kind of break the high one more time. If we do, then just like so. Now I can move my stop to this low here. Now we're up to our minimum, and we can make a crazy amount if we take the draw, which we're right there. So I'll close it manually. I'd be willing to actually close 75%, and there's room to go higher here. I'll bring my stop or my TP up even higher, and I'll bring this up to here. Right, and then this is just good RR. This is good management right here. And if we can break the high one more time, which doesn't look like we will. Oh, we do. And it's only 12 right now, right? So now I can move my stop back below here and just follow market trend and market structure and just keep chasing higher and higher, right? We can even bring this up even higher, right? We could always squeeze some more out. There's no real, the only enemy is your own mind when you're trading, guys. So if we do end up breaking past, we did. My stop might possibly should have been here, but it's fine. We'll leave it where it's at. We're happy and content. And now if we can break the high one more time, we could bring our stop even higher. And that's just how trading works, ladies and gentlemen. We do end up respecting. Oh, and we're stopped out. Well, there you go. Ended up being quite a nice trade here, this one. And yeah, ended up making a good bit of money. And I think that'll be it for the backtesting session this week, guys. I think we answered a lot of questions. I think we've covered a lot of trades. Some wins, some losses. Again, don't follow this account balance here. I'll put the actual number of trades and whatever in the comments. But yeah, don't follow this. These numbers are just all arbitrary. It's more to show you guys how I think and how I approach the charts. If you guys do want a risk management backtesting session, let me know and I will make that happen. On another note, guys, have a great day. Thank you guys so much. I never realized that my camera zoomed in on my face like that. That's so awkward. Did I go like this? Is that why I did that? When did it do that? You guys couldn't tell me. Anyways, whatever. It's fine. I just have my big face in the corner. And on that note, guys, have a great one. Peace.